Hey YouTube land, Andres here again for another figure review. This is the last figure of this wave. Hopefully I'll be loading it in sequence. So this is the last figure of this wave from the Masters of the Universe Origins line that I picked up. This particular wave consisted of Hordak, Ninjor, Triclops, and Stratos. Stratos is my least favorite of the wave, hence why I'm reviewing him last. To me, he's always been a boring figure. I've never been a fan of Stratos with his weird monkey face and his big gliding backpack. I know there's fans out there for him, but for me, he's not been a particular fan favorite. Before I go into the review, I just need to say that these figures are intended for collectors over the age of, these reviews are intended for collectors over the age of 13 plus, and if so, you need to ask permission from a parent or guardian to watch the video, just to abide by the FTC and COPA rules. So, as with all the figures in this wave, he comes with a mini comic which is mostly centered around him and Ninjor and Hordak and Triclops, because they're the main characters of this wave. But you also have Skeletor, He-Man, and Battle Cash. I think it was Battle Cash, Horde Troopers, and a few other kind of characters popping up as well, which isn't too bad. It's quite a nice comic. Unfortunately, this is the European version, so as I said in all the other reviews, this doesn't have the speech bubbles, so you can't really tell what is being said or what's going on. So it is possible that, from what it looks like Ninjor either steals the staff and then betrays Hordak, or it looks like he gives the staff back to Stratos. Now, the staff does look very familiar. I think it's one of the items from the Filmation cartoon. But again, it's been a while since I've seen most of that series, so I could be wrong. But I seem to recall it coming with another figure, or possibly one of the classics figures. So there is that. So for Stratos' box, pretty plain and simple, just has his name on it, the classic Masters of the Universe vintage packaging style. On the back of the box, if I flip it around, you have image of what he can do. You have, if I just bring my camera up, image of what he can do. It shows you clipping on his armor piece, and then the artwork is quite nice. If I just get the shine off it, there we go. So you have image of Stratos flying with his weird monkey arms, and then you have two of the other kind of avian warriors, and then you have one of the female ones. In fact, I think that could be the named female one, which I can't remember her name off, but she was in the Filmation cartoon. I think there was a female one, so that could be her. I could be wrong. I seem to recall her being completely grey, just like this guy, but there is that. So, for accessories, he's fairly light on the accessories. This is what you get in the box, or accessories for him. And there is a designated left and right, and you just clip them on as is. So, you have that. And I think this is exactly how the original one would have looked. It was basically a Beastman, grey Beastman body, all the way down to his little boots, and had new head and backpack piece. Backpack piece is removable. It is nicely sculpted. It is very similar to his original look. He has the head on a ball joint. He has that weird monkey face with a weird goofy smile. Big kind of helmet with visor on, with like it almost looks like a, was it the kind of, what are they called, aviation goggles built into his helmet, which is kind of cool. You can see they even, like, you can see he even has the furry arm thing that, if I bring Beastman in, that weird claw kind of sculpting on him. The only difference between him and Beastman is coloring and gear and head. You can see they even have the same furry body. It's not as prominent on the back. Same blue. Oh, so actually, it looks like the exact same blue loincloth, or furry loincloth piece. So, like, again, as I said, Stratos was never a big fan favorite of mine, even though he was prominent in a good few episodes, I believe, of the original cartoon. I just thought he looked pretty boring. He never even had any weapons from what I could see. Even though I think maybe his backpack might have fired something. I don't know. The original figure, again, was pretty boring. Never had it as a kid. I think a few friends of mine had him. I was never particularly impressed by him. As you can tell, I'm not a huge fan. Even though most of the Masters of the Universe line does reuse pretty much the standard body, I just felt Stratos it was a bit kind of weird and out of place. Even that said, I mean, a lot of characters are kind of bizarre, so I know why I just didn't like Stratos that much. Here is He-Man next to him. In fact, this is probably going to be the shortest video of them all, because my love of Stratos is Man-at-Arms. I mean, at least Man-at-Arms had some kind of cool techno gimmick stuff going on. He had body armor and kind of stuff. Stratos, no. I guess Stratos' gimmick was he could fly, but you know, once you got a Wind Raider, you didn't need anyone that could fly. You could just fly yourself around the place, so he was kind of redundant by that stage. So there you go, guys. I'm going to keep this one short. As I said, he's not my fan, not a fan favorite. I'm sure other people will really enjoy this guy, but Stratos is I did get him just to kind of complete the heroes, because I don't know too many of the heroes have mostly villain characters. So here's that. Just to bring them in. Actually, I'll bring in two figures that I have handy. Just to bring in another one of the Masters, the heroes. Here he is with many faces. If I just move him out of the way. Many faces. Another one of the good hero guys. And then just for another comparison, because he has a somewhat counterpart on the Masters of the WWE Universe line, here he is with the actual Rey Mysterio Stratos figure. And now the one thing that's interesting about the Rey Mysterio Stratos figure is that he is he reuses the parts from the classics version, so his gear is a little bit more stylized. His wings are bigger. They actually are full circle. They don't clip onto the arms. You have to pull the hands out to actually clip them on, and the backpack has a bit more detailing to it. Other than that, he's pretty much the same kind of gimmick. He does fly. Well, doesn't actually fly, but you can simulate flying with him with his gear. Articulation wise, I didn't really do the articulation on him, but he has all the standard articulation, so knee bends, there's a swivel, there's a bootcut swivel, which looks weird because it's supposed to be a kind of natural leg. He has the foot, he has a joint in the arms, you can swivel at the elbow, you have upper arm joints, you can actually kind of get a good flying pose out of him if you want. Sorry, I should do that on camera. Yeah, his neck is on a ball peg, so it goes up and back. Arms can rotate 360 and is on a hinge. Waist swivel, and that's pretty much it. He has wrist swivel and he has hinges. For some reason, my one looks like he's doing the air guitar thing with his finger. So there is that. A lot of the open hand fingers tend to be kind of, they look a bit weird, but overall they're not too bad. But Stratos here has one finger kind of bent in more than the others, and that is the way he came. But overall, he's not too bad. I mean, he's probably not the worst figure out there. It probably could be worse, but he's Stratos. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this figure review. And as I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Cheers, guys.